David in Los Angeles, California, disagrees with me. The great KBC. How are you?
Baruch Hashem, how are you?
All right.
You can tell I'm a religious Jew. So
I can't even hear you that well. What did you say?
I'm a religious Jew.
Good.
So question. You don't like unions, do you? As a whole?
No, I'll tell you what. It depends on the union. It depends on their behavior. I'm a member of a union. I don't like it very much.
So,
you want me to answer you, or do you have my answer for me, pal?
So you're
I despise the NEA. I despise it. Now, what is your comment?
My comment is you're saying that because teachers who are some of the lowest paid servants in our country...
No, they're not the lowest paid servants in our country. They're certainly not the lowest paid servants in Wisconsin. What do you base your comment on, sir? I'll tell you what I base mine on. What do you base yours on?
I base mine on the fact that I know in the LA public schools they're not that rich. Matter of fact, they had...
No, I'm not saying teachers are rich at all. What does that have to do with anything?
You're saying that because...
No, let me help you out, because obviously you're an NEA member and you're not paying attention or you don't give a damn. Let me explain something to you. If the average income in a community is $52,000, and the income of teachers, that is how much it costs the taxpayers to pay for a teacher, is close to $80,000 with benefits and with pensions and health care benefits, that can't work forever. You see what I'm saying, pal? Particularly in the middle of a recession. It can't work forever. So actually the lowest earning people are the citizens who are paying the way, not the union members.
So you're telling me, Mark, that when you become a teacher in a state of Wisconsin, you give up your rights as far as right of free speech, right of assembly.
Who talked about giving up free speech rights and right of assembly? What are you talking about?
Said they don't.
Now, let me tell you what you give up, you dummy. You give up the right to lie and to have a lying doctor to write on a script that somehow you were sick when you're not and you're campaigning. Let me tell you what else you give up. You give up not paying one damn penny toward your pension. Let me tell you what else you give up. Not paying one damn penny toward your health care because some liberal governor was in bed with your union boss and spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to ensure his reelection. That's what we're breaking up, pal. Now do you understand?
Sure I do. So let me ask you.
Get out of here, you idiot. Everybody who pays taxes is not Bill Gates. This isn't a rich versus poor thing. Nobody's saying that the NEA members are rich. Nobody's saying the citizenry is rich. What people are trying to determine here is what's affordable, what is sustainable. And you don't like that, David, do you? No, you don't like it. You don't want the people in charge because you don't believe in a democratic process. You like it exactly the way it is, where your boss cuts deals with liberal hacks and then everybody else has to pay the way. Well, let me tell you something. That damn day is over. This bought and paid for liberal Democrat politician crap is coming to an end. The American people have had enough. Are you saying teachers are rich? No. And I'm not saying citizens are rich either. But the citizenry cannot pay these salaries and benefits anymore. For decades and decades, I've heard how poor it is to be a teacher. And you know what? Maybe decades ago it was. But you can live just fine in most metropolitan areas on a teacher's salary and benefits and medical. And then you have a few months where you can work a side job. And many of these families are two-income families. I mean, it's just preposterous, this crap that goes on. That I have to hear the propaganda left and right. Ladies and gentlemen, go to the NEA's website. Go to the National Education Association's website. Learn about them. See what their left-wing ideology is. Go to your local school board. Tell them you want to see all the step increases that are involved. You want to see a copy of the contract with the local union. Go ahead and look at it. It's out of control. So what the governor of Wisconsin has said is, I don't want to fire 5,000 teachers. What I want to do is set up a system so in the future we can get some control over this. He does not want to take a meat axe to it. He's not trying to be irrational. He's not trying to be anti-union. He is saying, look, I have got to get this under control. And the only way I can get it under control is to have some authority, the elected governor and the elected state legislature, to make adjustments in the future. Oh, my God, he's Hitler. Oh, my God, it's like Egypt. And let me make a suggestion to the union bosses out there at the NEA. You really ought to try and work these things out. Contract negotiations doesn't mean you always get. I'm talking about the rules. Sometimes you have to take a few steps back.